What do you do when betrayal doesn't come from an enemy, but from the hand you've been holding? She leaned in, kissed my cheek, and smiled like nothing was wrong. Upstairs, her father's party roared laughter and fake toasts bouncing off borrowed walls. The way she said good champagne was too smooth. Rehearsed, like a line she'd practiced in the mirror. I took the stairs to the cellar like I had 100 times, only the air met me colder, heavier. On a crate marked 98, Brunello lay an envelope with my name on it. Inside, a termination letter. No warning, no meeting, just a signature and my final paycheck. A sticky note sat on top. The board voted, "You're fired." I looked up through the iron grate and heard the party lift again. Then her voice cut through. "To new beginnings," she said. Something inside me went quiet. One call. Then I left that house like it was already ash. By morning, 38 missed calls from the corporate lawyer. By day 3, she finally came home. No apology, no explanation, just the soft slam of a purse on marble. She poured my whiskey, sat across from me like nothing had changed. "It wasn't personal," I told her. "It was strategic," she said. She didn't look at me when she said it. Didn't have to. The truth sat in how easy the words left her mouth. That night, she touched me like a stranger. No warmth, no shame, just habit. Her phone buzzed, face down. The name flashed Alden. Her father's CFO, now interim CEO. His wife died 2 years ago. Car crash. No kids, no witnesses. I lay there in the dark and finally saw my wife for who she was. The betrayal wasn't sudden. It had been growing like mold, quiet, patient, everywhere. So I started digging. I cloned her SIM. Backups don't lie. Weeks of messages, photos, late-night calls. Nothing explicit, just intimate. The kind of tenderness she hadn't given me in years. She called him my reason. He called her my peace. Soft words that cut deeper than any scream. Sleep vanished. Appetite went with it. I turned into a ghost in a tailored suit. I showed up to meetings I wasn't invited to, dinners I wasn't expected at, smiling and silent, watching. Her tells became obvious, the thumb flick when she lied, the glance at her phone before answering something she already knew. Then I found the receipts, hotel rooms billed to the company, dinners in cities she never mentioned. I went further. DNA swabs from our coffee mugs, not because I thought she carried my child, because I needed a truth with teeth. 3 days later, the lab report landed. Sterile. Always had been. I remembered her miscarriage 2 years ago, the shaking hands, the whisper that it wasn't my fault. It wasn't grief, it was guilt. I printed the results and placed them on her desk. No note, no speech. From the kitchen, I watched her come in from her morning run, still sweating, still pretending. She opened the envelope, confusion, realization, then stillness. She didn't cry, didn't scream. She just sat, quiet. She walked into the kitchen. I handed her a second envelope, texts, photos, receipts. "I know," I said. Her face cracked, not from sorrow, from exposure. That's what ruins liars in the end, when the mask hardens and won't come off. 2 days later, I stepped into the boardroom. 12 faces turned. Alden at the head, sure of himself. He smiled when he saw me, until I slid a USB drive across the table. "A courtesy," I said. Inside sat every file, every message, every transfer, every offshore account, his empire of fraud, and her fingerprints on the invoices. The board took 10 minutes. Alden was out. Word would reach her by lunch. I didn't gloat, didn't raise my voice. I left to the sound of silence, the kind that means no one wants to be the first to breathe. She called once. I let it ring. Then I blocked the number. Not from hate. There was nothing left worth hating. She thought she'd torched the house with me inside. She never noticed I'd already stepped into the street. Betrayal only works once. After that, there's no heartbreak, no fury, just calculation. You stop bleeding and start subtracting. The champagne's still in the cellar, waiting for a celebration that'll never come.